and almost instantaneously.
At Costco, they're pitted, and we're going to place them into a pot, and we're going to cover them with some water. And we're going to place it on the stick. So while our dates are cooling off over there, we are going to combine our dry ingredients in this bowl. So in here I have my almond flour, and by the way, you can get all the written ingredients in the description of this video. So look down below the video and click where it says show more. All right, so to that we're going to add some cocoa powder. Now, what I'm using here is Goutard's cocoa powder. I really like this brand. It's a real quality product. Next, we're going to add some baking powder and baking soda, just a little bit of salt. And our next ingredient is instant coffee, which is going to just enhance the chocolate flavor. You will not taste this, so it's just a little bit. And then take your whisk and just combine everything. Now the almond flour that I'm using also is very fine. So you want to use a nice fine mixture. I got mine at Trader Joe's and it works really well in this recipe. So you want to work on breaking up those clumps. So we'll also have to get our dish ready. Now I'm using an 8x8 baking dish here, and it's, you know, probably a couple inches deep. You want to get some parchment paper. I cut off myself a nice big piece here, and we're going to have to trim it up. So I just kind of smash it into the plate to kind of get an idea. And I'm going to cut the corners here a little bit. So I just make a cut in. And this will help the paper stay a little better. And I've also got my oven preheating to 350 degrees. Okay, so then we'll cut this corner in. Okay, so once you get that in there, you can kind of trim off this excess here. Obviously, the parchment paper is going to help us get our cake out of the dish without it sticking. All right, to our dry mixture now, we're going to add 4 eggs. I'm using pasture-raised eggs. And to that, we're going to add some vanilla extract. And here's our date paste. Now I let it cool. I do have it cooled off a bit, but you can see, look at how nice and thick that is. That's what you want, and it is nice and smooth and creamy. It's going to blend in really well. It has a nice caramel flavor to it, so it really lends itself to the flavor. Now we'll just mix this up. And don't forget to scrape down the sides of the bowl. And now we'll just pour this right into our prepared pan, and hopefully that parchment paper will stay where it's supposed to be. Make sure you spread out the batter, and then we're going to pop this in a 350-degree Fahrenheit oven, preheated, we're going to check this. I want you to check it at 25 minutes. Mine took 30 last time, but ovens can vary. Cocoa powder from Goutard. Go ahead and blend that in. We'll add a splash of vanilla once that's mixed in, and a little touch of some more instant coffee. And then we're going to add some more chocolate. I'm going to be adding what I have here, some chopped up Scharfenberger chocolate that's bittersweet with a little bit of coconut oil, and we're going to pop that in the microwave at 20-second increments, and we're going to stir it between each time we cook it. And you just want it to get nice and melted. Then we'll add that to our frosting, mix it up, and it's ready to go. Adding the coconut oil will help keep your frosting firm, as it does not melt until about 78 degrees. So if it's less than 78, then it'll stay nice and firm. We'll see what happens. We're going to use the parchment paper to lift out the cake. And now I'm going to remove the parchment paper. Just makes for a little bit nicer presentation from sticking. Okay. So I think I've got it. I got my hand underneath it. I'm just going to place it back in the dish. The cake is still warm and my frosting is going to get runny. But you can see this is plenty of frosting. If you want to make cupcakes, you can. You would just test them, with a toothpick. That's how you know when it's done. It comes out pretty clean. Doesn't have to be perfect, but very close to it.